What's going on, guys? This video is well overdue. This is on the QL muscle, what it is, and how it can fix, break, or make your back pain. Now, the quadratus lumborum muscle, or the QL for short, as it will be referred to for the rest of this video, is a deep lower back muscle that lies on both sides of the lumbar spine and is very crucial in support and keeping your spine healthy, strong, safe, and upright. And this muscle is absolutely critical in lower back health. If you don't know what this muscle is, you need to learn it. Stay for the rest of this video, learn how to master it, because there's a great chance that is contributing to your lower back pain and preventing you from ever getting better. And everything I say in this video, I learned from Travell and Simon's Myofascial Pain and Dysfunction, which is a 2,000-page book. You don't need to read it because I did. Just stay tuned for the rest of this video, and you will also master the QL muscle and everything you need to know. Also, big shout out to Amber and Claire Davies' Trigger Point Therapy Workbook. That's a more digestible, easy to read version if you want to get the same resources for yourself. But in a nutshell, the quadratus lumborum, the QL, is a muscle that almost always locks up in people with back pain, and in chronic back pain people, it is nearly always a problem. And the mechanism at which the QL can lock up is two different ways. The first and the most common is a tragic, big, single incident. This is like if you were to jump off the roof of your house and your back needs to lock up to prevent your spine from breaking, or getting in a car accident, or trying to lift a couch that's too heavy for you. Any single big event like that could trigger a quadratus lumborum spasm where it has to lock up to protect your back, which is great for a short-term solution, but weeks, months, years down the road, sometimes it will not release and it will stay tight and it will just cause pain all the time, and it's not fun. The second mechanism of quadratus lumborum pain triggering is through what I call fatigue trigger. And this is what happens when the glutes and the lower back muscles are put over stress for a long period of time. Like say you play a pickup basketball game for 3 hours for the first time in years. Towards the end, your muscles are going to fatigue and your back's going to get stressed and put in vulnerable positions. And what's going to happen is that QL muscle is going to lock up and spasm and put you in a whole world of hurt. So now that we understand the mechanism, what do we do about it when this happens? Because this pain can be there, this tension can be there for years. For me, I had it for 4 years. I was holding on to this tension and I had no idea. It prevented me from ever getting better in my back pain, and once I finally mastered the muscle and once I created the QL claw tool to dig in there with some nice trigger point release at home, it literally unlocked my pain, and then I could do some stretching and strengthening exercises to help bulletproof me further beyond that. But the first step was getting rid of that nasty tension that was holding me back the whole time. So if one of these mechanisms sound familiar to you to trigger QL pain, which if you're on this video, one of these mechanisms probably relates to you, grab a tool like QL Claw or go to a good physical or massage therapist who can dig in there a couple times a week, and I bet you'll be very pleasantly surprised at how much your pain level goes down. Now, once you release the QL, that is not the whole equation. You have more work to do. The reason the QL locked up in the first place is likely because of a weakness or an endurance problem. So after you release it of all of its pain and tension, you want to build it back up to be resilient. You want to build strength and endurance in the muscle so that you don't trigger it next time you're doing a physical activity that requires strength and endurance from your lower back. And to do this, it's actually quite simple. You can do this right at home with a side plank. That's the most basic, easy way to do this. Build up to a 2-minute side plank on each side, and that's a really good standard to hit. Once you can hit a 2-minute side plank, your body's going to be very well resilient and pretty much able to do anything you want to do. If you want to get more athletic and stronger beyond that, you can work up to suitcase carries for about 1.5 minutes with a third of your body weight, but that's only for advanced folks that want to get into more athletic, higher impact activities. So that's really all you need to know about the nasty QL muscle. It's one that can cause a lot of pain. It causes a lot of pain in a lot of people. It caused a lot of pain in me for a very long time. All you really need to know to do is massage it with a deep tissue massage tool, QL Claw obviously being the best. I designed it for this function exactly, and strengthen it through strengthening and endurance exercises like side planks, suit carries, overhead payoff press. I'll link a description video on one of my most popular videos on QL strengthening exercises. And yeah, if you don't do this, you could potentially never get out of your pain. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Go and start doing your QL exercises. And lastly, I probably should have put this in the middle of the video, but some other symptoms that the QL is a problem is you're gonna feel really unstable. So if you're walking around and you feel kind of like a flower on a stem or one of those car dealership balloons waving around, you probably have a QL trigger point tightness weakness problem. And yes, tightness, weakness, and trigger points all kind of work together, because usually what happens is your muscles lack strength and endurance. So they get put through stress, they fatigue, and then they lock up. And then once they lock up, using them hurts, so you don't use them all together. So you just atrophy and then you get weak as a result. So it's just a really bad downward spiral. You want to break the cycle, dig into it with a deep tissue massage tool, strengthen it with some side planks, suitcase carries, overhead payoff press. Again, I'll link that video here or below for your reference. And yeah, here at Back Muscle Solutions, I believe you have full ownership and control over your muscles. The muscles in and around your back can make or break your back pain. They can be an asset or a liability, and it is completely up to you what you have in and around your back. So thanks for watching. Fix the muscles, fix the pain. Check out my products below for more holistic back pain solutions, because the QL muscle is just one piece. It's a very big piece, but it's just one piece of the back pain puzzle. There are other muscles and phenomena going on with your back. So check out those products for more full solutions. Check out my other videos and make sure to subscribe. Comment below how you fix your QL, and we'll see you in the next one.